Hey everyone, FB here to bring you a cast of the Nations Cup group stage match Austria versus Finland. Before the match starts, let's take a look at the results so far. Last week we saw Finland winning against Russia with a 2-1 score. The map scores were 8-6, 5-7, 7-4. In the other match, France had no trouble defeating United Kingdom and only lost 5 rounds. With those results, France is topping the group with 3 points ahead of Finland with 2 and Russia with 1. Keep in mind though that Austria still haven't played their first match, which will of course be this one. And we can also take a look at all the groups while we're at it. And besides this group, we've got Group B, which is led by Spain in front of Slovakia. And 1 hour from now I will be casting Spain versus Germany from this group, which could be a very interesting match. In Group C, we have the Netherlands in the lead together with Romania, and finally Poland got the most amount of points in Group D ahead of Belgium. Lastly, as for the format for this tournament, for those not familiar with it, it's played in 3 versus 3 and a best of 3 with 1 map win giving the team 1 point. Every sub-match is played to 7 with tennis mode, which means that if the score is 6-6 you have to win with 2 points, and the map packs consist of 3 maps that are played over 2 weeks. Top 2 from each group will qualify to the upcoming playoffs. And we are about to start here on the first map, which will be You Are Mine, made by MD Point, and the world record is 58.821 by Massa. And looks like we'll have 1 more warm-up to go, so that's gonna give me some time to look through the lineup. Again, this is 3v3, which is a new rule for this year. Traditionally, this cup has been played in 5 versus 5. But this year the organizers decided to try something different, and as a result 20 nations signed up, which I think is pretty good. But yeah, anyways, the lineups for the teams seems to be ready for Austria at least. It's gonna be Poker, Sammy and Scary. Poker, of course, one of the best tech players in the world. I would say top 5 for sure. So he's gonna be a great addition for Austria. For Finland, we see Marmeladi, Ready, Wormy and Swoopy driving. They have not... they don't have Insane nor Klovny for this match, and I believe Miquatro is not even in the lineup. I think he maybe is in the army or something like that. Could be wrong about that. But anyways, that's gonna be the end of the warm-ups, and we are starting. And we see now the lineup for Finland is Marmeladi, Ready and Swoopy. Still a pretty good lineup, but Austria may have the upper hand, at least on paper. Poker especially almost always does really good in these kind of team matches. So we'll see how it will go. Of course, playing 2-7, and if the score is 6-6, tennis mode will be in effect. We are about to go live on the first map, You Are Mine, made by MD Point. Nations Cup 10, Finland versus Austria, and here we go. Following Ready for Finland. Gets a bit of a slow start. It's Sammy who takes the lead for Austria. Marmeladi with a good corner will take over that first place. Scary and Swoopy then follow. Ready is not at last place. Poker actually at last place, so not a good start at all for the Austrian powerhouse Poker. He will go up to 5th place though, but Ready with a nice downhill, goes for a wide trajectory, builds up more speed, so he will come back. Still in front of Poker, and then Scary goes down in the next corner. This is looking good for Finland to win the first round. Swoopy, who plays for Planet Key Dynamics, is in the lead. Close battle though together with Sammy. Poker now all of a sudden up to 3rd place, passing Marmeladi, so this could still be a red point as well as we go into the finish line here. 1 left turn. Swoopy is gonna take it just in front of Sammy, Poker, Marmeladi, Ready and Scary, and that will be a point for Finland. 1-0. So maybe they don't need Insane, Klovny or Miquatro. They can still defeat Austria in this match. And with that, they would be first in the group as well. No, wait, they wouldn't actually. If France somehow lost their match, which probably is not going to happen, then they would be first. But likely France, the defending champions, will still be at first place in this group. Anyways, we are live into the second round, and Swoopy with a sudden mistake. So he's gonna go down to last place. It's top 3 right now for Austria, led by Scary. Poker at second, and then Sammy bringing up the rear. Marmelade though will pass him, and Swoopy and Ready not too far behind, but as long as Scary and Poker keep their positions here at the top, Austria will be able to tie up the score. Down the drop, last corner, Scary goes a bit too wide, but enough to stay at second place. Ready also with a crash here in the end, respawned it seems, which is allowed in this tournament. So yeah, this is gonna be a red point. As I also noticed, there are no team scores on this server, so won't be able to see who's doing the best. I think it's because the wrong version of Fast is installed. I think you have to like upgrade or something. But we'll just have to do without it as we go live into the third round. Feels like a pretty even matchup so far. Awful start though for Ready and Marmelade. 2 blue players already down, and then Swoopy mistimes the turn. He's gonna take over that last position, and Austria on their way to get another easy point. Quite far ahead of their opponents right now. Poker is at first place. Says he's 2 seconds behind the world record, but that's because the first record here is done by a shortcut, so pay no attention to that one. Poker still keeping his first place, 1700 ahead of Scary and 2800 ahead of Sammy. And that's gonna be an ace for Austria, 59.42, 0.62 and 0.66. Solid team performance, and now Austria will take over the lead in the match, 1-2. And again, for those who don't know, we're playing to 7. After that, we'll play on 2 other maps, and 1 map win is worth 1 point. Good start here for Scary. I think he may have the most amount of points so far, but I could be completely wrong about that. Haven't really seen him crash that much though, and still keeping a top position here together with his teammate Poker. Sammy though has dropped down, and so has Marmelade for Finland. Swoopy with a great drop, and over the transition he will go up to first place. Oh ho ho! And then he clips the wall in the next turn. So Poker and Scary first and second again. Ready is doing okay in this round, but he can't be satisfied with third place. Tries to go for it in the last corner, but simply not enough. Scary wins it this time ahead of Poker. Sammy at 5th place. Marmelade respawns in the end. And Austria with their 3rd round in a row. Yeah, a bit too many mistakes here from the Finnish players. They had a pretty good first round, but after that Austria has taken over. As we start the 5th round of this first map in this Nations Cup 10 group stage match between Austria and Finland. There's Sammy, who didn't have as good of a round in the previous one. It's a better start now. We'll go up to 3rd place after Marmelade crashed. Once again we see the 3 red players up in the top. Swoopy seems to be doing this section the best out of anyone. He will once again advance in the rankings, goes up to 2nd place just behind Poker. Scary will go down to 3rd place, still looking good for Austria to win another point. Swoopy will have to take first, but even if it does, it's not going to be enough. Ready and Marmelade at the bottom of the rankings. Poker also with a nice finish. No, Swoopy will swoop by and take that first place. 59.33, pretty good time. Half a second or so from the world record. But it is another red point. Austria now in the lead with 1-4. 3 points away from winning the first map. Swoopy definitely the best player so far for Finland. But yeah, perhaps it would have been good if they did have Insane and also Klodny playing. That I would say is maybe their best lineup if Miquatro is not playing. Miquatro has done a lot of good results lately in the tech scene. Who was that? I think that was Swoopy. All 3 blue players, in fact, are quite far behind this consistent Austrian trio. Poker, Sammy, and Scary. Only a few hundreds between them. It's gonna be another impressive round from them. Yeah, this is really close actually between them. Wow. Only 400ths of a second between Poker, Scary, and Sammy. Leaving no chance in hell for Finland. And the score is now 1-5. So yeah, I think Finland may want to start focusing on the next map. They aren't really able to challenge Austria on this one at least. It's possible they are more confident on the other 2. I think if they can get at least 1 map win out of this match, that would be a good thing. Scary with a great start here, only 900ths of a second from the world record. Or actually not, but still a pretty good start though. Swoopy is at 2nd. Then we have Sammy at 3rd, Poker at 4th, Reddy at 5th, and Marmelade at 6th. Reddy and Marmelade often at the back. Swoopy could take another round here. Looks like he will, extending his lead over Scary. Oh wow, Scary almost went out of the road, but stays on the road and will take 2nd place. Poker at 3rd, Sammy at 6th, but no, this will be a blue point actually. Sammy must have made a late mistake, so Finland with their 2nd point of the match, putting the score at 2-5. Following Poker is in the middle of the pack. Didn't exit that turn with as much speed, but since the next corner was close by, it didn't really matter. But he will clip the wall in the downhill. I think someone else also crashed. Yes, Marmelade and Sammy are very far away from the rest. This could actually be still another blue point. Swoopy and Reddy currently occupying 1st and 2nd. Scary is 3rd, but he's gonna lose a bit of time in that turn. Swoopy and Reddy should be able to get this one. The last corner isn't too difficult. Scary might be able to pass one of them. Close, but not enough for Scary to pass Reddy. So that's gonna be the 2nd blue point in a row. Finland making it interesting here in the first map. 3-5 now. Sammy with another last place. Maybe relaxing a bit too much. Thinking they already got this in the bag. Marmelade is down early into the next round. Not what Finland needed. So it's up to Reddy and Swoopy to win this round. Definitely still possible. In 3v3 it's not... doesn't really matter too much if one of the players go down. You can still win with only 2 players. It's another quick start here by Scary. To build up quite a significant lead. Poker just in front of Swoopy and Reddy. So at the moment, this is a red point. Poker will pass Scary, who loses a lot of speed actually. Reddy and Swoopy passing him too. If they can pass Poker as well, that may be enough. Actually, it might still be enough. No, I think this is right now a red point. Reddy will have to pass, or Swoopy, who will do it? Both of them will do it. Great finish there from Reddy and Swoopy. And Finland wins again. 4-5 now. 3-1 rounds in a row. I'll be honest, I thought this would be over, to be honest. Austria looked so much stronger. But now, I'm not so sure anymore. Finland could still win this map. It's mostly thanks to Reddy and Swoopy though. Marmeladi haven't really been playing on the same level, and we see him with a slow start again. And where is Reddy? He's behind. All three red players still doing well. Swoopy is the only one who can challenge them. But as it is, Finland will have to rely on Austria making mistakes, which they've done none of so far. Poker still in the lead. Sammy at second, Scary at third, avoids that wall. Swoopy with a good corner, but Scary and Sammy exiting the turn with more speed. And that's gonna be it. Austria will take it, despite Swoopy defeating Sammy in the end. Marmeladi and Reddy with times above 1 minute. And Austria has now reached the map point at 4-6. See if they can win it in their first attempt. Oh, Scary goes into the wall. So that's good for Finland. But Poker and Sammy currently first and second. Good speed there by Swoopy. Marmeladi and Reddy with decent start at least. Can still make it a blue point. Oh, Sammy with a small stumble. So Reddy will pass him and go up to third place. Scary still 2.5 seconds behind as Swoopy goes down in the downhill. We'll have to turn around. Will Scary pass him? Yes, he will. He's already passed him a long time ago, actually. And all of a sudden, this looks like it will be a red point. Reddy and Marmeladi, though, keeping second and third, perhaps. No, Sammy will pass Marmeladi. And also Reddy, who makes a mistake in the last corner. Austria will take the first map with a score of 4-7. Good effort though from Finland. Came back and put on some pressure as I add the scores in the wrong field. There we go. What? What the hell? It's not working? Oh, I see. I made a mistake. Let me just fix it real quick. Alright, there we go. So 4-7 on the first map. And we are moving on to the second map. Let's see, it's gonna be Callisto, it seems like. So let's take a quick, a closer look at this map. The author is Scotty, and the world record is ranked 59.956. We'll see if we will have any lineup changes for Austria. Looks like Speedy will replace Sammy. And then we also see Tatu getting on the server for Finland. So perhaps he will play instead of Swoopy, Marmeladi or Reddy. So we'll have a couple of warm-up rounds. Let's take a look at the Daddy to see who got the fastest times out of these two teams. We see that Poker is at top 4, 57.97. Only 7 players having times under 58 seconds on this track. And then the only other player in the Daddy is Swoopy at top 25, 58.13. So that doesn't really tell me much. As we now have the lineups ready, looks like Tatu is not playing. It's gonna be the same lineup again for Finland. Marmeladi, Reddy and Swoopy. And this is gonna be the last warm-up, says Poker. So we'll be starting momentarily. And again, another reminder that I will also be casting Germany versus Spain, starting in about 40 minutes. I think another pretty interesting match on paper. Germany, of course, did reach the grand final last year. Ultimately were defeated by France though, but Germany, a really strong team. But still, I think Spain will benefit from this new 3v3 rule, because they do have a couple of very strong players. Javi Flyer especially is someone who sticks out. So we'll see if they can give Germany a fight. But that's gonna be the end of the warm-up. We are starting the second map of the Nations Cup 10 group stage match between Finland and Austria. Austria won the first map 4-7. Here we go, starting the first round. Following Ready for Finland. Plays for a new era in Stadium Team Championship, which is going on simultaneously, of course, as per tradition. Scary is down, Speedy also losing a bit of ground, so promising start for Finland. Swoopy keeping a small lead over Poker, and then Speedy all of a sudden passing Marmelade and Ready before this platform, which definitely could make a difference, but right now still looking good for Finland, with Swoopy keeping that first place. Scary a bit further behind. Here's Swoopy with good speed, so he's gonna extend his lead over Poker with a few hundreds. Coming up to the ending, which is kind of tricky. Definitely can see players losing some time. Here we go. Swoopy will not lose any time, and he will take first place. And what a time. 58.18 by Swoopy. And he is a big part in why Finland will win this first round. So 1-0. Once again, Finland with the first point, just like on the first map. But then Austria won, I believe, 4 rounds in a row, maybe even 5. So we'll see if that's gonna happen again. As we're following Swoopy. Gets a good start. In fact, all 6 players are with good starts so far, 2200s between them. Ready and Marmelade though at 5th and 6th. Scary in close pursuit, trying to catch up to Swoopy, but good pace here from Swoopy. No one really that close to him. Marmelade has dropped down to last place. Ready though, ahead of Speedy, and then Scary hits the wall. So Marmelade will pass him. Swoopy on his way to win his second round in a row. 58.31 this time. No trouble at all for Swoopy to win this one. Ready will take 3rd. Marmelade at 6th. And that will be enough points for Finland to take an early 2-0 lead. Interesting. As we continue the match. See if Swoopy can win his 3rd round in a row. Completely carrying Finland on his shoulders. But this time it's actually Ready who gets the best start. Swoopy with a good corner, so he's gonna catch up a lot. Poker also up there. So is Marmelade. Looks like Finland are a bit more confident on this track. Speedy and Scary at 5th and 6th place. Great speed there from Swoopy in the downhill. Marmelade mistimes his turn. Will go down, but still in front of Speedy, it seems to must have lost additional time. Very close battle here between Swoopy and Poker for first place, coming up to the last couple of turns. Who will take it? Oh, it's gonna be Poker with shoulder lines through those final turns. However, it is another blue point. Swoopy and Ready at second and third. Marmelody, despite that crash, able to defeat Speedy. And now the score is 3-0 in favor of Finland. Looking to tie up the score in the overall score. And again, one map win equalized 1 point in the group stage. So this is very important for Finland. They want to get some points from this match. At least one would be nice. If they can get 2, that would be even better. Only 2 teams from each group will qualify to the playoffs, so it's gonna be tough considering what kind of nations they have in this group. France and Austria. And then also Russia and United Kingdom. We are deep into this next round. This is once again Poker versus Swoopy for first place. Ready is then at third. Very close here but after these 2 players. Poker once again with a better finish will take first place. And it looks like, yes, Austria will finally win a round. Very close round though. 70 hundredths between all 6 players. So that puts the score at 3-1. As we start the 5th round of this second map. Following Swoopy, or well, not following Swoopy anymore, but Swoopy definitely with the most amount of points. And he gets a great start as per usual. Scary hits the wall. It's not been looking as good on this map as it did on the first map, I think. Oh, and there goes Marmelody as well. Scary can pass him and go up to 5th place. Let's take a look at the top. It's still Swoopy. Wants revenge against Poker, who's defeated him 2 rounds in a row. Scary now at 3rd place ahead of Marmelody and Ready. This should be a red point, maybe? No, actually... No, it's gonna be a red point, yes, if Speedy finishes. No, actually not. It's gonna be a blue point. I am bad at math. So, yes, it's gonna be a blue point. 11-10 in favor of Austria. Or Finland. It's hard to keep track of scores. So Finland with their 4th point. 3 points in front of Finland. Okay. 3 points in front of Austria. I don't know why I can't... make a difference between the 2 teams. Oh, Swoopy with a no drift. That's gonna put him at last place. Definitely will give Austria a chance for another point. So it's up to Marmelody and Ready now. They need to step it up. Marmelody is doing pretty well. Still got Scary and Poker in front of him though. Ready is at 4th place. Poker and Scary can keep these positions. They will get their 2nd point. Good corner though for Marmelody. Haven't given up yet. Oh, but then hits the checkpoint hard. And Austria will get the top 3 positions here. Poker 58.56, Scary 0.87 and Speedy 59.16. Making it a 2-point margin now. So this time it's kind of the opposite from the first map, where Austria were in the lead and then Finland came back. Now Finland is in the lead and Austria may have started a comeback here. Swoopy this time back to where he belongs. Having a very fast start. Already 1200s ahead of Poker at 2nd place. But his teammates are not there to help him at the moment. 5th and 6th place for Marmelody and Ready. Halfway through this round. Different trajectories. Swoopy will build up more speed. But Poker did get closer. Once again, Poker with a different line than Swoopy. Will catch up to him with more speed, but he needs to have a perfect finish to pass him. Oh, and he's not gonna get it. Swoopy takes it, but then Poker, Scary, and Speedy follow him. And that's gonna make it another red point. So, Austria playing a bit better now. And at the same time, I feel like Finland aren't playing as well, at least not Marmeladi and Reddy. Swoopy is always doing well. He's not first, he's second, so... and I think Poker may be the only one who can defeat him on this map. He seems to be very confident on it as he once again takes a big lead here in the start. Poker is at second, we've seen this before. And then Scary has actually made some kind of mistake, so Marmeladi and Reddy this time not having the last positions. So looking good here for Finland. Swoopy can save the ending a bit if he is aware of his big lead. Poker with slow speed, will anyone catch him though? No. Oh, already! Already passed down to last place, and that's gonna make it a red point. Wow. What a crucial mistake there from Reddy. Went a bit too close to the wall, so he got a bump from the border. Did not have to take that chance, or that risk rather. So Austria now ties up the score, 4 points apiece. Oh, and then Marmeladi is next in line to make a mistake. Reddy now at 5th place. So we might see Austria taking over the lead. What a development of this map. Swoopy driving so consistently, it's very impressive to see. This is gonna be another solid time from him, only 2400s from the world record. Poker is just not able to drive as quick as Swoopy. 58.24 this time, however, it's not enough. Reddy and Marmeladi with average times. And Austria has completed the comeback. They are now in the lead with 4-5. And Finland will have to try and find their performance again. Marmeladi though is just not able to keep up his focus. Once again with an early crash, and also Reddy is down. Must be kind of frustrating for Swoopy, who's just... I mean, he's just the best player in this match. Oh, okay, went a bit too wide there, so Poker and Scary catching up to him a lot. But Swoopy may still win this one. I'm really curious how many points Swoopy has gathered so far, because I feel like it's very close to the max amount. I believe I can only remember one round where Swoopy made a mistake, so very impressive performance. And on his way to win another first place, Speedy and Poker following him. Scary at 4th, ahead of Marmeladi and Reddy. Another really good time by Swoopy, 58.23. But yeah, his teammates not there to help him. And Austria has now won like, I don't know, 5 rounds in a row or something. Finland were in the lead with 4-1. But they haven't won a round in a long time. And now Austria up to map point. See if Finland can make a comeback of their own. I feel like it's possible, but Marmeladi and Reddy just need to stop crashing so much. Because I don't think the Austrian players are setting that fast times. Especially Scary and Speedy are a bit slower. Poker is the one who's doing the best. The only one who can challenge Swoopy, and this time he will actually pass him. And we do see Marmeladi still without mistakes, and so is Reddy. So looking good for Finland, still haven't given up. And if they win this one, they're only 1 point away from forcing tennis mode. Poker with good speed. And will take first place, 58.35. But Swoopy, Marmelade and Ready all with times under 59 seconds. That's exactly what they need to do. Speedy and Scary with slower times in this round. 5-6. Will we see Austria win or will we see tennis mode? Let's find out. Following Poker. Doesn't get as good of a start. Goes down to last place. As always, it's Swoopy who's in the lead. Good start as well from Ready and Marmelade. Marmelade losing a bit of speed though in that corner. Poker can go up to third place. Speedy is at second. Scary is at fifth ahead of Marmelade. So right now in favor of Austria. See what will happen here at the bottom of the rankings. Feels like that's most interesting right now. Swoopy will have to take first place, but right now it's not enough. Speedy, Poker and Scary just behind him. As long as they can avoid crashing in the end, they will take this one. Ready will pop up, but it's not gonna be able to challenge the red player. Swoopy on his way to take first place, but it's not gonna matter. Austria wins the second map as well, this time with a score of 5-7. But another really good match, I think. Finland doing well, but just missing maybe that extra performance. They were in the lead with 4-1, so I feel like they could have won that map, but yeah, just not able to do as well in the middle of the match, because they started really good and then ended really good as well, but I feel like in the middle they didn't really play that well, and Austria could take advantage of it. Alright, moving on to the third and final map, which of course is Raptunis, made by Spam, and the world record is by Massa, 58.126. But yeah, if Finland can at least win this map, that would give them 1 point, and still, and with that would still have a realistic chance to qualify to the playoffs, I believe. Although it might require them to defeat France, which definitely will not be easy. We see that Wormy is now warming up for Finland. And also Tattoo is back on the server, so it looks like they will play. Swoopy is still on the server, which I think makes a lot of sense. We'll have one more warm-up after this. Let's take a look at the Deddy. Once again, it's Poker with the fastest time at top 5, 58.28, and he's the only player in the Deddy out of these 6 players. So we'll have one more warm-up round. And I guess I could make another reminder here that I am casting Germany versus Spain starting in about 20 minutes, so it's not going to be a long break. There may not actually be any break at all, depending on how long this final map will go on. If tennis mode will be reached, then I may actually miss a couple of the first rounds in that match. Also, I should probably look up the server info, just so I have it. Alright. Alright, so that's gonna be the end of the warm-ups, I believe. No, one more. And I guess as we are waiting here, the next cast that I will be doing is probably going to be the Paragon League Chase Cup, which is taking place on Wednesday. And for those who don't know, Chase is a new game mode created by Nadeo themselves, where you play in teams of 3, and where the format is such that the first or the last player to reach a checkpoint will have to be the first player to reach the next checkpoint. So you gotta have some team communication to do well, and whoever got 3 more checkpoints, then the other team will win, or whoever finishes first after 5 rounds or 5 laps, since it's played on multi-laps. So that's gonna be the next cast on Wednesday, unless something changes. And then of course next weekend round 3 of STC and NC will take place, so I'm gonna cast those matches. But I think we are ready to start, maybe? Looks like Tattoo got some issues here, so we may have to wait for him. Alright, looks like we'll have 1 more warm-up, and then hopefully all 6 players are ready to go. Alright, hopefully this will be the last warm-up, as we see a horse on the wall. That's, yeah. Alright, good luck, have fun. We are starting the 3rd and final map of this Nations Cup 10 group stage match between Finland and Austria. Austria won the 2 first maps, 4-7 and 5-7. Really close scores though. Felt like Finland had the opportunity to win, especially the second map, since they were in the lead with 4-1. Let's see if they can at least win 1 map and get 1 point out of this match, as we are soon starting this 3rd and final map. Raptunis, the author is Spam, the world record is by Massa, and here we go, following Poker. And he will take the early lead. Wormy with good speed. And then we got Swoopy and Tattoo a bit further behind. Oh, Poker and Sammy actually making the same exact mistake, hit the wall. And so they will go down to 5th and 6th. Scary, the only one remaining. Oh, but there goes Swoopy. Falls down to 6th position. Tattoo and Wormy 2nd and 3rd though, so still a point in favor of Finland. Poker feels like he's catching up to Wormy and Tattoo, so could still see Austria winning this one. Swoopy almost 3 seconds behind, far behind Sammy as well. Scary looking solid as he's nearing the finish line. Will take first place with a time of 58.82, and then Poker is gonna be able to pass Wormy, takes 3rd place, and Austria will take the round instead. Or never mind, apparently that was still a red point. Yeah, I feel like I should probably learn to know which point or which team will win the point in those kind of situations. I feel like I'm always like mixing them up for some reason. But anyways, live into the 2nd round. Austria in the lead. Swoopy now with a much better start. Looking to repeat what he did on the 2nd map. Scary with a nice turn. Poker with an even nicer turn goes up to first place. Scary now at second, both passing Swoopy. Tattoo and Wormy 5th and 6th place. Austria on their way to win their second round in a row. Scary can win his first place in a row. Avoids any sort of mistakes in the end. And yes, Scary with another first place. 58.73 this time. Swoopy defeated Poker, but Tattoo and Wormy kept their last positions. And Austria is in the lead with 0-2. Oh, and Wormy hits the wall in the first turn. See how much he will lose with that. I think it's gonna be a bit over 1 second. No, 85 hundredths, but still quite far behind. Poker now with the best start. Close battle between Scary and Swoopy for second place. Swoopy losing slightly a bit speed in the downhill. Wasn't able to keep his grip. And now he's at last place even. Wormy passing him. In the meantime, both Tattoo and Sammy did pass Scary. Sammy now with a mistake. Tattoo is at second place. Poker with a huge lead. 60 hundredths ahead of Tattoo. Looks like another red point. 58.65 by Poker. I think that might be the fastest time so far. And Scary and Sammy 3rd and 4th. So a 3-point lead now for Austria. See if Finland can get on the scoreboard. Scary may not win this next round. Gets a really slow start. Oh, and a landing bug from Tattoo. I believe that's the first time I see a landing bug in that jump. So Tattoo down to 6th place. Wormy at 5th. Swoopy again, the only Finnish player doing okay. But as I say that, he hits the wall. Commentator's curse. Poker on his way to win his 2nd round in a row. Sammy and Scary half a second behind him. Easy peasy here for Austria. Not really challenged as much as they were on the 1st and 2nd map. An even faster time by Poker now, 58.53. Sammy 59.09 and Scary 0.27. Alright, so Austria 3 points away from winning this 3rd map. And I mean, yeah, of course they want to win as many maps as possible. And then they will have to try and challenge France for 1st place, which would give them a better seed going into the playoffs. I feel like France, though, of course, still are the big favorites, but this 3v3 format kind of makes it more interesting because a lot of nations got, you know, a handful of really good players, but they may not have like 5 good players or really good players, so that gives a lot of nations a chance to, I think, defeating France and also Germany. Swoopy with a massive lead. 59.16 is enough to win it. That must be the slowest time for 1st place we've seen. Actually, it's gonna be a blue point. Tattoo at 3rd and Wormy at 6th. But a pretty bad round. No fast times at all. But 1-4, Finland on the scoreboard. Oh, and we see Tattoo going down in the start. Scary losing a bit of ground. Wormy and Sammy will pass him, and now Sammy with the landing bug. Yeah, those kind of roadblocks are tricky because you have to turn in the air as well, so you kind of land on a awkward angle. And that makes it a higher risk of getting the landing bug. So Sammy will go down to 5th place. Poker is unchallenged at the moment. 47 hundredths ahead of Swoopy at 2nd place, who gets a small bump, but didn't really lose anything by that. Scary will settle with 3rd place, but Austria wins it. 1st, 3rd and 5th position, putting the score at 1-5. So it seems like Austria are on their way to win this 3rd and final map, as we see Wormy crashing again in the start. Oh, and also Swoopy goes into the wall, leaving only Tattoo in the middle of the Austrian players. Poker is driving much better now. Only 23 hundredths or 30 hundredths now from the world record. So really good pace by Poker. Sammy and Scary once again half a second or so behind him. Sammy with better speed over that stretch, so he's gonna catch up slightly to Poker, who's still gonna be first with 58.70. Sammy with a time under 59 seconds as well, and then Scary with 59.11. And Austria now up to map point again, 1-6. And this time it's not even enough that Swoopy is playing. Finland just not able to challenge Austria on this track. They had their chance on the other 2 tracks. So it looks like they will go home empty-handed from this match, as we see another awesome start from the Austrian team. Poker at 1st, Scary at 2nd, and Sammy at 3rd place. Seems like this will be the final round of this match. Scary goes a bit wide, but Swoopy went even wider. So wide that he hit the wall. So he is down to 6th place. Closing in on the finish line is once again Poker, who's gonna win this one. He's collected the most amount of points. And as usual is a great help for whatever team he plays for. So that's gonna be it. Austria wins this final map 1-7. Let me just update that. 1-7, there we go. And let's summarize this match. So Austria wins it 3-0, 4-7, 5-7, 1-7 was the full score against Finland, who did give them definitely a good match, especially on the first 2 maps, but still not quite enough to win. Definitely would have needed Insane, maybe Klovny playing as well. But yeah, that's gonna be it. As I mentioned, I will cast another match, Germany versus Spain. That one's gonna start in 10 minutes, or less than that even. So I'm gonna take a small break, and then I'll be back with Germany versus Spain.